we want to move those feet. Honest to God, the ones who struggle are the ones who stay still and you see all this crazy stuff afterwards. The ones who have it right can keep their balance because their feet have moved properly.
Winner of the gold medal and the champion golfer of the year is Padraig Harrington.
Okay, welcome back to Paddy's Golf Tips. I'm here with SuperSpeed Golf and I got one of my favourite tips here. It's very trendy at the moment, ground force reactions, but as we know it pretty much in Paddy's Golf Tips, it's stepping motions, how to get your feet moving in the right way, get the pressures, as they call it now, the pressures, but we want to get moving. One of the biggest mistakes you can make in golf is trying to keep your feet still on the ground, trying to lock them down. Nowhere in the world do you swing a stick with your feet stuck to the ground. You're always got to be moving. So for me personally, right, there's a couple of movements in the golf swing that we've seen. We want to load into this right leg. So you will see a lot of people in the backswing, they'll have a little shift, right? But once that shift occurs, we actually start pushing against it. So literally about here, we're starting to push that way. Okay, now amateurs, when they shift, they go, which is good, but they keep going and they end up with this angle at the top where the hip has gone out too far and the body is back here. So they go like this, which is very hard to make any sort of athletic swing from there, whereas pros push but stop very quickly and actually start pushing the other way. So it would look like this. So how do we get that? Well, we're going to do a couple of protocols here today. So one, gym wise, very simple. We want to, the old skiing one, we want to jump to this side, stop and jump forward. Sorry, not stop, we want to jump and push back very quickly into this foot and stop here. So we want stability when we go forward. So this is the stepping motion in the gym. I'm prepping. Look, as you can see, this is the same. If I'm over the ball trying to hit a big drive, my feet are going. Again, to do this, jump. Okay, we want to jump, boom. So we want to hit the ground here and as quick as we can back into a stable foot here. So that's the prep. Okay, then we're going to introduce, I'm going serious overload here. I've got the heaviest club, heaviest weight. I've got my PRGR monitor to give me feedback. So I'm going to do this with the actual motion. So feet together, step, step, swing. Okay, as you will see, I step in here so there's movement, but I stop. My step forward is a little bit out, just to give me a little bit of a plant, okay? Prep, step, step, swing, okay? And it's quite a stomp there. That one went up nicely in speed. It's quite a stomp, like so, okay? That's our prep, heavy stick. Now we're going to go and do the same exercise with a light club. Step, step, like so. Step, step, like so. They're getting up nicely. That's 132 there, so they're moving up nicely in speeds. This is important, like with all gym work. You can do as much cable pulls and lifts in the gym, but you need to transfer it over to golf. So that was a gym training exercise, okay? That was a golf specific exercise where we stepped with a stick. Now we're going to introduce the golf ball. This is more about speed application here, which you'll find in the SuperSpeed Golf app. So now we're going to do the same drill with a golf ball. So I'm going to do the same double step. I'm very focused here on club head speed. So if I get a missed strike, not the end of the world. Okay, see, prepping, prep. Again, a little wild that one, but the club head speed went up 122. So we don't mind wild. Okay, we're actually just looking for the raw speeds to move up. When I'm swinging here, I'm going to swing normal swing, but I'm hoping that it feels like I've got that push into that side, that's resisting and throwing me back this way. So golf swing. So yes, there is an element here of speed and strike in this particular one. Let's just go. Oh, now that was nice. Jumped up 123. A nice 182 ball speed. Now for me, what was interesting about that, I didn't think I would feel as much, but when I went back in my normal swing, I felt a lot of load in here, a lot of real buzz there, which I'm quite happy about because I'm so accustomed to these things, it's hard for me to often feel it, but that definitely woke me up, 100%. I wonder, can I do that in the tee box? You see me doing a little Irish jig in the tee. Interesting, I didn't feel it there as much. So I'm just going to do a little cheat here just because I want to see. Was it that? Yeah, definitely felt it there. Same speed, 122, 181. Just going to have a little go at the heavy one. Oftentimes when you're doing speed work, you've got a plan, but when you see something working, hit it. See if you can get it to work again. Okay, so I'm going to try it now. Okay, we're cutting down to 2 here just for expedience. That felt more on my right side. So with the heavier weight, it seemed to load it. Maybe the step heavier weight, but definitely seemed to load it there. Pretty effortless. It was 180. Okay, now I'm just going to try it one last go. Just again, we're trying to feel which works for me. So I'm going to do the step. Okay. Pretty effortless. We're back up to 134 on that. You know, which was 134 has been my top speed of the day, and it's popped back up there with very little effort. Let's see if it sticks into the golf swing. Yes, it did. There was definitely more grip in my right leg there, and it's jumped back up to 23. But also we're looking to keep that feeling of pushing back so that it doesn't continue. This is a sway. When you get this angle in the backswing, we really want to avoid any of that. We want to push in here, but if anything, once we've pushed, you'll see that hip goes backwards this way and around. Amateurs tend to do that, especially the ones who try and keep their right knee bent. They tend to get this position at the backswing here. We need to hit one before we do that. Nice drive. Highest speed of the day, 124, 184. That was interesting that it was pretty easy for me to get back up to speed, prepped up. As I know, this move is very important, but it's one thing to do it in the gym. It's even better if you can find somewhere where you can prep it, then prep it with your SuperSpeed sticks heavy. And we did go overload, then we went to light, and then hit a couple of shots. Very simple drill. We never want to see a golfer standing over the ball, feet still, head down. If you want to be a golfer, you want to be over the ball, feet moving. See the way the feet are moving, little dance going, especially if you're going to hit it really hard. You'll see somebody go even more. We want to push into that side, but not allow our knee to keep flexed out here. So the knee retains some, when I push in, the knee retains some flex, but also straightens a little as I turn up into this screw. But what you'll notice, if you jump, you get exactly where you need to be. And you jump, you'll get exactly the force of the inside of the leg, inside of the foot holding. Yeah, same again, 24. Little bit of a miss hit though, so it was only 181 ball speed. That's pretty easy speed, and it wasn't a lot of work. There's no doubt whenever, we've seen it in many people who work out in the gym, we know by doing drops and jumps, all sorts of little things like that, prep you for more speed when you're lifting. Here we have it in practicality on the golf course. Throw in your SuperSpeed sticks for the weightedness, and it's a lot easier to get used to it. And it threw my speed up. Yeah, can I do that in every tee box is the next question. But yeah, you might see me doing a few little moves like that. We want to move those feet. Honest to God, the ones who struggle are the ones who stay still and you see all this crazy stuff afterwards. The ones who have it right can keep their balance because their feet have moved properly. That's about all you need to know about the foot movement and ground force reactions. If you have a comment or suggestion about future videos, please put it in the comments below. If you enjoyed or found these videos helpful, please like or subscribe down below to encourage me to do more. Oh!